Hey everyone, I'm Kelly with the Suburban Soapbox, and today we are making a super easy charcuterie board. This is the centerpiece of every party these days, and they're really simple to make. I'm going to share my favorite tips to make this easier than ever. So to start making your charcuterie board, you're going to need a ton of stuff. That is actually the key to a really beautiful charcuterie board, is having a lot of variety of a lot of different items. So you're going to want your cured meats, some cheese, a little bit of fruit, some crunchiness, crackers, saltiness, olives. I like to even throw in some seasonal fruits that may not be super familiar, and nuts are also awesome too. A charcuterie board is actually not meat and cheese, it's really just meat. But these days, everybody likes to have some variety. So to start your charcuterie board, you're going to need a board. And you can have a great big board if you're hosting like a larger gathering, or I really love doing personal or individual charcuterie boards. You can get small boards like this, or you can just do it on a plate, or the burger trays, like if you see at a burger joint and they serve your burger and fries, those work really well too. You can find them on Amazon, just look for mini sheet pans. They're perfect. And they also sell little mini slates, which are fun for cheese boards as well. You're also going to need some mini dishes, and these can hold anything from your nuts or your olives. Something that's like super juicy, like the olives, would be great in a dish because then you don't have the marinade or whatever they're being served in all over your board. I also like to use them for honey. Honey is excellent for drizzling on cheese. And then your little serving knives. You don't have to have these. You can use like a regular butter knife if you need to, but I like to serve my cheese sliced on the board because it makes it much easier for your guests to serve themselves. So to start your board, the first thing you need to do is kind of arrange or map out your bowls. So I usually have about 3 bowls, and I kind of just arrange them like in a zigzag. It's really up to you. You just want to get your bowls on there first. So we'll just do just like that. And then you're going to arrange like a bigger item. So like your meat or some cheese. So I like to start with the cheese first. So I have a nice little wheel of camembert, which is like a softer cheese. It's kind of creamy like a brie, but not as earthy as a brie. So we're also going to have a goat cheese. I have an everything bagel goat cheese. This is amazing. And the goat cheese is one of those that I like to serve sliced. I'm gonna move my board over here. Okay. So you wanna slice the goat cheese into some bigger pieces, like around, and then your guests can kind of just like pick it off the board. And you don't want to cut it on the board because you'll have a big mess. So it's going to be a neater slice if you do it off the board, and just place it, kind of fan it out so your guests know that it's pre-sliced. And then in between each cheese that you cut, you kind of want to clean off your knife. I like to do a wedge of blue cheese. So the blue cheese, we're not gonna slice that. We're just gonna place that over here. I like to turn it in a little bit because what we're gonna do with that is we're gonna take this little tool here, and I'll try to break up some pieces there so people know like you can dig in. I feel like when you have unsliced cheese on your board, people are afraid to like be the first person to cut into it. That's never me. I'm happy to cut into it myself, but some people just don't like to be the first one. It's like those people that don't like to be the one that takes the last slice of cake. I'll take the last slice of cake. I like to have a variety of cheese. So something soft like a goat cheese, something pungent like a blue cheese, sharp would be your cheddar, and that's here. We're also gonna slice this into pieces, but I'm not gonna slice the whole thing. Again, you just kind of wanna get it started. If you don't have cheese knives or utensils, cut the whole block of cheese, and that makes it so much easier for people to pick it up. So I'll just do like that. And we'll kind of fan it out this way. And we'll do one more cheese. So I have a softer cheese. This is called Butterkase. This is a mild, kind of like a Gouda, but it's not Gouda. This one I'm gonna cut several pieces. All right, so we're going to rearrange that back into the shape that it was in and kind of put it around the board. Put this one here. Like that. And just so I can show you how to cut like a harder cheese, this is a Manchego, and I love Manchego. It's another mild cheese. And this one, because it has a rind on it, it's great for picking up with your fingers. And it really makes a very interesting pattern on your charcuterie board. So I like to cut it in these triangle wedges. Then you can kind of turn them like this. And we'll just put that over there. Now your meats are fun to fold. So you just want to take, like if you have salami or prosciutto or capicola, you're gonna fold it like this. And that's how you get the really pretty ribbon effect on your board. So to do that, you fold it in half and you fold it in half again, and then you just put them together like that. Then you just stick it in here, kind of lean it up in between something. If you have a lot of salami, you can fill in the whole spot and kind of make like a river. So if you're gonna do a salami rose, you fold it in half, and then you fold it in half again. And you can actually do this on a glass, but it looks kind of gross, like meat on the edge of your wine glass. I don't know why, it is kind of repulsive to me. And then you roll it up from this end and make it more tight at the bottom and try to fan out the top a little bit. And then you have your salami rose, and then you can just put that in the center of the board. Fan it out a little bit, and you have a nice fluffy rose. But do you see, like, your guest is just gonna come and scoop up that rose and nobody else gets any. And then the prosciutto, you're going to put randomly around in piles. I've never really learned how to like style this because it kind of falls apart as you're pulling it apart. So I just put like little piles of it around where there's like gaps. We can do one here. And I'm not even gonna fuss with this. We'll just peel that apart and like put it on the other side. Now, if you have like salami like this you can just fan out around your cheese. And I try to have a good variety of like a peppered salami and then like some pepperoni or something spicy. And you can just put that in between your cheeses. Now's the fun part. So we're going to fill our bowls and then we'll fill in all the gaps with some crackers and some fruit, and then we're done. That's how simple that is. So I'm just gonna put the olives in this bowl. Just a little bit of our salty. I probably should use a spoon. And then we'll put the nuts. These are caramelized pecans, or pecans. How do you say it? Let me know in the comments, pecan or pecan. And then I like to add some grapes because they take up a lot of space, really, is one of the reasons. I like to use green and red for color, and you just arrange them so you don't have a lot of stem showing. We'll do some green. And then just for effect, I like to slice some of my strawberries to open them up. I mean, if you're fancy, you can make a rose. I don't know how to make a rose. I only know how to make a salami rose. But if you fan them out, they actually look really pretty. We'll put them there. We'll sprinkle some more pecans around the board. Now we're gonna break up some of the blue cheese. And then you wanna stick it in there so you just have a utensil ready for people to grab. Now I'm gonna top the camembert with this caramelized nut mixture. I just purchased this in the cheese department in my grocery store. If you have a well-stocked cheese department at your grocery store, they usually have toppings and stuff for your brie or your soft cheeses. It's great for presentation too. It just looks so beautiful. And I'd like to leave a little bit of the white edge so people can see what it is. I'm gonna fill this bowl with some honey. And if you have a honey dipper, this is a fun way to serve your honey. Honey is awesome in cheese. I could make a meal out of it. All right, so we're almost done. I'm gonna slice some of these. They're golden berries. They're in season right now, if it's springtime. They're really pretty inside. I promise I will not cut my fingers off. I know some people are very concerned about my knife skills. It's all good. I still have all my digits. And these just add great color to your board. I'm gonna tuck in some of these crackers. These are actually Parmesan crisps. It's just cheese. It's a great gluten-free option for guests. And I like to tuck them in so they're standing up on their side. We'll just put these over here. And then we'll sprinkle some of these around. This is actually like therapy for me, is putting together a charcuterie board. And then we'll add some herbs just for some color. And then if you have any other things that still need to be cut, you're gonna put in your cheese knives. So you wanna put them really close to the item that they go with. So this is great for goat cheese because if there's any other pieces that need to be sliced, they can slice it, and then it has the little fork on the end so they can stab it and put it on their plate. And because I still have some of the cheddar left, I'm just gonna put that knife in the cheddar. I'm gonna top with a few cashews, just sprinkle throughout and fill in those extra holes. So now we're ready for a party of one. So what should I eat first? I am going in for a little slice of Manchego with a little drizzle of honey, maybe a lot of drizzle of honey, and maybe I'll put a little candied pecan. Pecan? Pecan. That's just the most amazing combination of flavors, the salty and the sweet. I cannot wait to kill this whole charcuterie board all by myself. If you liked this video, please be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. For more easy recipes, visit thesuburbansoapbox.com. Thanks again.